Hello everybody, and we are back. I am joined today by Mr. Don, and we are
Hello.
going to be solving the Caterdokupillar and try to see how many puzzles we can solve. That is the main gist of our slot today. This was
We're
the first.
also we're also going to be recapping the confirmed program for the con, which for us European was in the middle of the night when sensible people like us were asleep.
Yeah, so that's it. So we have the Caterdokupillar ready with the first puzzle at the start. Of course, we are not going to be able to solve all of it. I think the Caterdokupillar has more than 180 puzzles. So unless we do like one puzzle per minute, it's gonna be tough.
I doubt we'll finish any of these puzzles in 1 minute.
Maybe some of them would be
Well,
doable.
maybe.
Alright, so the idea is we have discussed that we will probably be taking turns doing each. So one of us is going to be like, for the first puzzle, we have some coloring to do. So we are going to do that a bit together as we are going to do the numbers and colors. And the other puzzles, I think, are more normal Sudoku. Like it seems like we have some rambands coming up, some arrows, etc. But yeah, for the first one, we have a Japanese sums puzzle with colors green, black, yellow, and red.
Yeah. So we've got normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Squares outside the grid indicate the order of the runs of contiguous cells. The clue where you've got, I don't think we've actually got any consecutive colours, so that bit is not there. For best results, remove all unshaded once completed. So I'm going to use a grey for definitely unshaded while we're doing the solve, and then take those out at the end. And I've got a green, a red, a yellow, and a black. So yeah, we're all good to go.
Yep, I think we can just start with column 2 and column 5, because like there's
Assuming,
6 givens there.
Yes, I assume that those numbers are going to add up to 21. Oh yes, there's 6 of them as well. That's I was expecting. So that one, so those 4 corners are green. Then we've got the blacks inside them. Those 2 are red, and those 2 are yellow.
Yep, and then now we can do row 3 and row 4, because like outside of those reds and yellows, we have greens and reds to fill.
Yes, and also in row 3, you've got a double-digit sum. So row 3 is all green. Row 4, you've got reds outside, but we don't exactly know in the middle until we look up the top.
Yeah, we could theoretically do the numbers already, because in those columns we already have the order.
Yeah. So can you fill in the numbers as we go?
Yeah, sure, I can. So we have 4, 6, 2, 3, 1, 5 here, and then we have 6, 1, 3, 4, 5, 2. And now we know that since this is a 3, this 3 red cannot be one cell. So you can fill those in.
Yes, indeed, yes. Yeah. So I can't, on the bit that I'm doing, actually read the clue numbers, so I'm having to look at the live window.
Yeah, and so we also have we have a 5 to the left of the 2, we have a 6 left of the 3, and then we know that this sums to 3, so this has to be a 1 and 2, and this needs to be a 4, and this is a 5, this is a 1, and this is a 6, so that is for the middle part of the grid.
Yeah. And we can, and row 2, you've got a 7 red in the middle, so those are both red.
Yep, and to the left and right of it we have greens.
We have the green, yeah.
And those are going to be a 3 and a 4, and the middles are a 2 and a 5, and we have a 2 right there, so this has to be a 2 and 5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And row 1, we've got a similar thing with the yellows in the middle. Nothing outside those blues.
Yeah, and because of the columns, we have the 5 and 3. So these are going to be 5 and 3, and we can fill pretty much the rest of the top row because of that.
And then we've got the same in the middle in row 6 with blacks, and then unshaded outside. So I'm not even going to need to use colour is resolved.
Yep, and then we can fill in the numbers relatively straightforwardly, except for this 3 and 6. And there, in order to resolve them, we have to look at these greens to the left.
Hang on, something has gone wrong somewhere. I think we must have done something at the same time, because I've now. Oh, hang on. Oh no! Sorry, no. I'm misreading it. No, sorry. I thought I turned a green into a black, but I haven't.
Okay.
So the colouring is done now, is it not? So
no, we still have greens to put in these cells.
Oh, we still have greens to put in. Oh, in the outside there, yes. So that one and that one go to green.
And now we know that this has to be a 6, so we can fill in the 5 4 digits of the first grid. And I think this cell has to be green as well, because the 5 green and 9 green.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And there we go. The first puzzle was relatively straightforward, with 3 unshaded cells.
Apart from, I'm looking at what the public is seeing. They're not seeing a solved grid. So, don't know if we've got a bit of a lag tech team.
Well, like on my end, everything you do is pretty much shown real time.
Yeah, so. in Hobbit, I can see a solved grid. But on the Twitch stream, it seemed to have got quite a long way earlier.
Interesting.
Yes. Getting a message coming through. Technical difficulties, please stand by.
Yeah, like what the viewers are seeing is, like, I also have the stream open on the side, and yeah, it seems to be lagging pretty far behind.
Okay, so we're working on solving this for you guys behind the scenes.
Alright, yeah, we are right now. In order to resolve the lag, we are going to do a screen capture, some tech magic in the background to fix this, so. In the meantime, the next puzzle seems to be a Renban, and I think no other rules besides that some 3-cell Renban lines are in the grid.
Yep, that is it. Just a standard Renban. So I can see where we're going anyway. Bigger so I get less distracted by.
Okay. Okay, now it seems we can at least show the rest of the Caterdoku.
Yeah, I mean, people can't see me at the moment, but there's problems in the world. Okay, so it's obviously going to be a 1-4 pair. Right, so if that's a, I mean, it doesn't immediately resolve because one is a 2 and a 3, but this one could be a 2 and this one could be either. If you're going to have a 2 on this one, it would have to be here. Please shout out if I say something completely wrong or miss something really, really obvious. Oh, I'm back as well.
No, I will just wait here and smile. I think we lost your microphone though. Oh, is he dropping? I can see that he is moving his cursor and everything on the screen, and the chat can too, I believe. But I don't hear him anymore. Oh well. I can commentate on what he is doing at least. So he has pencil mark column 1, and now he's thinking if this RAM band can work depending on which digits are there. Or by the way, it could also be that I'm the one that's not hearing Don right now. But anyway, so he has decided to look at the first 3 columns first. Yeah, I think an interesting question is thinking about where the ones go in the first 2 columns as well. That might be an interesting thing to look at. All right, so yeah, so he's now looking at this RAM, and I think this one is also the right RAM band to look at because like one of these 2 3s has to be on that cell because this digit cannot repeat on the RAM band, and therefore this cell has to be one of these 2 or 3, which is going to limit the options for this cell as well. And now he has limited the options for this cell to 2 and 5, and that is because if this cell was a 1 or 4, it would mean that this RAM band has both a 1 and a 4 on it, and it cannot happen in a 3-cell RAM band because those 2 cells are too far apart. All right, and now he has finally deduced that this cell is a 3. And that is because if this cell was a 2, this cell would be a 5, and then 2 and 5 are too far apart. So that is a good first step. And what you can also deduce here is what I find is interesting is now this cell right here would have to be 1 or 4, because if this cell is not a 1 or 4, these 1 and 4 have to both go on this RAM band, and that is not going to work because 1 and 4 are again too far apart. And also what he can realize is that this cell right here, this row 5 column 2, row 5 column 2 in column 1 has to appear in box 1. So it has to be a 2 or 5, which will give him a 1-4 pair in the remaining cells. Let's see if he's going to notice that. Okay, he's highlighting the correct place. Oh. Okay, he's marking 2, 4, and 5. Yeah, the important thing is eliminating 4 from this cell. That is going to help a lot. And also it is important to realize that this cell sees this entire 3-cell RAM band too. So for example, if this cell is a 5, this RAM band would have to have 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4 on it, which is going to be very important as well. Which is a very classic Tolkat deduction to make. And yeah, if you guys, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but this puzzle is by Tolkat on the Caterdokupillar. So yeah, if you have guys seen any Tolkat RAM band puzzles, that's what he likes to do a lot. Welcome, CDBG. Yes, that's exactly the point. Like this cell right here has to go onto one of these 2 cells, so it has to be a 2 or 5. Yeah, I think Don has dropped from our streaming platform, which is Guest Star, so I think he will hopefully rejoin at some point. Because he's definitely here, because we can see him highlighting the cells on it as well, but I don't think he realized that he has dropped from the stream. But anyway, okay, so now he has found the 2-5 pair, and now that allows him to get the 1-4 pair down. And that 1-4 pair is again very important to realize, because now this bottom RAM band is restricted quite a bit. Yeah, Onuz is right, by the way. Yeah, like this RAM band right here, like this row 4 column 3 has to go into this cell as well, and that is going to allow for more eliminations to be made on the RAM band. Another important thing to realize is that this 1 and 4 has to appear here, so there is actually a virtual 1-4 pair in the box, so these cells are limited. Or you can just look at this column. Okay, he's highlighting the correct place. Okay, he has now realized that these 2 cells are the same. Although that doesn't really mean much at this point, because we do not know the contents of this RAM band. But we do know that if this cell is there, these 2 cells now have to appear here. And what that means is that since this cell is a 1 or 4, this cell to the left of it, which is row 4 column 1, cannot be a 1-4. Because if both of those were 1-4, then again, both cells would be on the RAM band, on a 3-cell RAM band with a 1-4, and that is not going to work. That means that row 3 column 1 is the 1-4. Let's see if Don will find it out. It will be real nice to hear his thoughts at the moment, but sadly he has dropped, and I don't think he realized he has dropped. Automation, welcome to the chat. And Automation is saying that row 5 column 4 is the same as row 6 column 1. And yes, that is correct. Again, you will just ask where row 4 column 5 is in the bottom row, and these two cells are the same, which will break the entire puzzle open. That would mean that both of these cells are 6. Yeah, I'm doing my best because we have our plan is solving these puzzles in order, and this is his turn to solve. And he's still solving, by the way. He's just not commentating on it. So I'm just trying to provide the commentary. But yeah, this is the key right now. Like, I don't want to highlight because, like, if I highlight it, he will also see it, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not controlling the puzzle right now. Like, we have Mr. Don with me together right now.
I didn't.
Welcome.
Yeah. I was so busy trying to work out what was going on. I didn't realize that Didn't realize that you were actually talking at me.
What you were doing.
Yeah. And yeah, okay. So that's browser decided to close itself in the background. Helpful. Okay. So what obvious thing have I missed?
So, like, you have already identified, like, from your pencil marking, like, from your marking of the mouse, I think you have identified that row 4, column 3 is the same as row 3, column 6.
Yes.
You need to do that same deduction in the bottom 2 rows, and then the entire
Yes, of course. So these two have to be the same, and therefore can only be a 6. So that goes 5, that goes 4. And that therefore has to be the 1. This is a 2, this is a 3, 4 pair. That's a 5, 4. I've also got Discord picking at me. Webpen has disappeared. May need to reactivate my.
Oh yeah. Also, Don, like, you also need to open your Discord in the background just in case that we can.
I do. I just didn't hear the ping that Glipper said no. Now, why does it not want to? There we go.
Like, you can first finish this puzzle, and while I'm solving
yeah, no,
we're
okay. We're okay. Oh, not that. There's not a 1. This is a 3. This is a 2. 2 and 6. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. This can't be a 6 because you'd need a 5 there. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, but the 2 is there. Puts 4 there, 2 there, 5 there, 4 there. 2, 1 would make that a 3. 2, 3 could still be either one of those. The rest is obviously just Sudoku. 1, 5, 6. That's not a 6. That's not a 5. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 6. That's a 4 or a 5. 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 6. Obviously got something really staring at me at this point because
there's a very tiny random deduction still left. There is still a very tiny random deduction to be made.
2, 3, 1. 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3.
One of those options don't work. One of those options don't work because there's a
2, 3, 4 doesn't work because it breaks that cell.
Yes.
Yeah, so that can't be a 4 because that would have to be a 3 and break the cell. So that's not a 4. So the 4 is there. Yeah. 6, 1, 3 in the corner. 5, 6. It's not a 6. 4, 5. 3 makes that 1, 3, 1, 2, and hopefully 4, 5, 1, 3. Bingo!
Yay, let's go. Okay, very nice. All right, so Okay, now it's my turn, and we are moving on to puzzle 3, which is a wheels puzzle by Crusader. And what we have here is we have these wheels that are touching these 4 cells. And what we need to do is we need to place these on these wheels in such a way that rotations are fine, but these wheels have to be in this order. So you can have 3, 2, 5 like this, or you can have like 3, 2, and then you can have the 5 there. So you can rotate these wheels along the rows, but you have to do it there. And actually, like, we can start by this wheel right away, because this tree cannot be in these 2 cells because this tree is looking at them. And you cannot do 3, 5, 2 here because this cell can't be a 5 because of the box. So therefore, the 3 have to go there, and rotating this like that puts a 2 there and a 5 there, which makes us a 6. Now we have a 4, 6 pair here, and we don't know what this is. This is 1, 2, 3. And now we can probably take a look at this wheel. So we have 2, 4, and 6. The 6 cannot be there. If the 6 was down here, we would do like that.
That breaks.
Does it? Oh yeah, because there's a 2
Yeah.
looking at it. So the 6 is also not down there. If the 6 was here, then the 4 would have to be there, and the 2 would be here. I think that works. And the last case is the 6 is there, the 4 is there, and then the 2 goes to the left. So these 2 options seem okay at the moment. Okay, so we either have a 6 there, and that means the 2 is to the left of it, and then the 4 is in these cells. And that means that these cells are always, this is always a 2, 6, and this cell is always a 2, 4, because this wheel has to be satisfied, and these 2 cells are always the cells that satisfy it. And now we can take a look at there is 3 in this box, and the 3 has to be there just by Sudoku. And that means that the 4 being there option is not possible anymore. So this wheel has to go like this. And now the 4 goes there, 1 goes there, 5 goes there. This is all Sudoku. This is a 2. This is a 1, 5 pair. This is a 1, 2 pair. This is 4, 5, 6. And now this has a 4 or 6. And if this cell was a 6, this cell would be a 4.
Which it can't be.
Although what I'm thinking right now is you could also technically make this wheel, like, there's only two numbers on this wheel, and that means that, like, even if this is a 4, I think we can make this wheel work like this. Okay, this option doesn't work because of obvious Sudoku reasons, but it's like what I'm saying is that this 4, 6 doesn't have to be part of the 6, 4 that is actually visualized by this wheel. It may be, but I don't think it has to be. So we still need to take a look at what's going on. So if this cell was a 6, this would be a 4. That doesn't work. If this cell was a 6, this would be a 4. That doesn't work. So the 6 is definitely one of these cells, and that actually creates an X-wing on 6s that is going to make this cell a 6. And now, yeah, this 6 being there means that this is not the real 4 that we are looking for. So this wheel actually has to work like the 4 is left of the 6, and this one cannot work. So this is a 6, and this is 4. And I think that is going to resolve so many things, I hope. Now this is a 1, 2, which means that has a 3, that's 6, that's 4. This 4 looks at 5 and makes that 5, 4. This is not 3 anymore. This is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 5, 5, and 3. So there's the wheels. And now,
okay,
back to you.
and we've got digits 3, 4, 6, 2, which is correct. Right, so we've just got a plain and simple arrow Sudoku. Okay, so we'll start with a 1 and a 5 because I'm literally always going to do that pencil mark first. This has to be at least 3, but it does. Oh, I don't like these single cell arrows. They make me think like I might need to colour. This is at least 3, but it's not 6. So that limits that 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, but that's not a 1. So that's at least a 2. You could still go 2, 1 backwards. This is. Hang on. 3, 4, 5. Well, yes, because you could still have you could have ones here and here. I'm just going to scroll that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll on my scene so I can't so I can't see the other digits in the other puzzle. Because otherwise I'm going to get very confused very quickly. I haven't done anything wrong so far, have I? Nobody has yelled stop at me.
Looks fine to me.
Yeah, okay. That's 3, that's a 1. That's 3, that's a 1, and that's a 2. Which doesn't obviously break. It's one of those. I don't immediately see any sort of interactions between arrows. And, I suppose that's, yeah, because I mean, we already know that this is at least 7. So saying that this is at least a 1, 2, 3 set does not help us.
You can still work with that though. Because you know that the 1 is not in row 3, column 4, so the minimum was actually larger.
It is. Why is this not 2, this 1, and this 3?
Yeah, like what I mean is like you calculated the minimum using row 3 and row 4, column 1. Instead, calculate the minimum using box 3 and row 3, column 4.
Ah, right. Oh, because this is at least 1. So this is at least 1, 2, 3, and this is at least 2.
Yes.
Okay, so this is at least 8. So that means that this is not a 3-4 pair. So that means that one of them is a 5. And that gives us that. So just roll these roll 1, 6, 2. But if this is not a 3-4 pair, then this is one of these. One of these is a 5. So this one isn't either. Not entirely sure where I need to be looking next.
Row 2, column 2 is interesting in box 3.
Row 2, column 2 is interesting in box 3 because it doesn't go there and it doesn't go on its own arrow and it doesn't go there because it would repeat here and break that column. So this is on this arrow, so this is smaller than this. So this isn't 3 and this isn't 5.
I think you did that the other way around.
Did I hang on? Oh, this is smaller than this, so this isn't 5 and this isn't 3. Yeah, that's quite obvious. And actually, that now becomes a 3-4 pair. So that is a 5. So these are all low. But This could be this, and maybe does it even have to be? I was trying to make this into a 1, 2, 3, 4 set, but I can't because there's no reason why this isn't the same as this.
You can make the arrows smaller in.
Yeah. Okay. So this is 3 or 4. So these are no longer 4. But you could still go 2, 1 or 3, 1, but this isn't 3 any longer. This being the same must be one of those. I don't think I quite know enough to narrow that down any further yet.
You actually do know another arrow, like you eliminated a 3, but you can eliminate another cell from row 3, column 3.
3, column 3. Oh yes, because that can't be a 1. Yes. So this is a 1. That's not. And those aren't, and now they have to be a 2, 3 pair. So these are all 4, 5, and 6. This is therefore a 4, 5, 6 triple, and that's a 3, and that's a 4. And 7, I don't know where that came from. This is a 2, 3 pair, so that's a 4 or a 5, and that's a 5 or a 6. This is the only place for a 1 in that row. One somewhere there.
Oh no, I think we may have a 7 in the next puzzle. Spoilers alert, but
we don't have doublers or something, you silly, do we? 6 digits from 1. Yeah, by Philip Newman.
I think this will be my problem, so.
Well, yeah, but I'm supposed to at least, that's not a 2, I'm supposed to at least have a clue what's going on.
You can resolve the arrow, you already did, by the way.
Oh, yes, so, yes, there's just by maths. This is no longer a 3 because this can now be neither 1 nor 2. 5, 6 pair goes 4, 3. That's not a 4. That is a 4. That's not a 6 either. We've got a chocolate teapot triple. This is a 1 or a 2. I do love that saying.
It is an amazing saying for sure.
So these are all 4 and 6 because that and that is the same, but this is definitely not a 6. So hang on. So that must go 4, 2, 6, 5. These are both 6. These are both 5. This is a 6. That unwidens that triple. This is a 2, 3, 5. These are 1 and 3. 3 in that corner. 2, 1, 5, 3 is correct. Woohoo!
Well done.
Your turn.
All right, so we have puzzle number 5, which is called Metamorphosnipe. I don't know what that actually means, but it's by Philip Newman. And the rules are we have to select 6 digits from 1 to 9, so we can have a 7 in this. And we have multiplicative arrows. The product of the digits along an arrow is equal to the number in its connected circle or pill. And these are 2-digit numbers. So basically, these 3 cells multiply to that digit, these 3 cells multiply to this 2-digit number, etc. Okay. So we don't know that we are in this grid, like we need to have 1, 2, 3, and 5. And we know that this 2-digit number is at least 30. So that's something. And we also do know that this arrow needs a 1 on it, because if we don't have a 1, the smallest we can do is 2, 2, 3, and 2, 2, 3 multiplies to 12. And so we definitely have a 1 on this arrow. the problem is when you have 1, 2, and 3, like this can be a relatively small number. But at least we do know that this arrow right here, the head is a relatively large number in the sense that like it is even, very, very likely, because, or it is a 9, because you can do 3, 1, 3. That would be, oh wait, no, you cannot. Okay, I just realized something. These are 2 by 3 boxes, not 3 by 2 boxes. That means, oh wait, but this is in the box anyway. I was going to say, like, if these are both 3, you cannot place that digit in this box, but that is in this box anyway. So forget that. So let's think about this. We have a 4, 6, 7, 8, or 9 here. And this row needs to have a 3 and 5. Now, if we have a 5, we can
35 in the pill intuitively feels quite likely, but that's just a feel thing.
I mean, you can definitely have some things here for sure. What we do know for a fact is that, like, even if this repeats a digit, the repeated digit cannot be a 1. Because if these were both 1s, these two cells would be the same, and that's not going to work. So we do, like, if I put a 1 here, we can still do, like, 2, 3, 6. Oh, wait, I just realized. Oh, okay, this is clever. This digit right here has to appear in these cells somewhere, just like Sudoku. And if this cell is a 1, I just said, we cannot have another 1 because then these cells are the same. So this repeated digit is a 2 or 3. And I don't know where it repeats. And we know that this needs a 1 on it, so there's a 1 in here. So these are all 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So we are either doing 2, 2, 1, or we are doing 3, 1, 3. So this has a 4 or 9. So one of these cells is a 4 or 9. So that's something. And we do know as well that this 2, 3 isn't one of these cells anyway. Oh wait, no, that doesn't help with what I was trying to say. Oh, but we can ask where does 1 go in this box, because this one sees that cell. So that cell's a 1, and one of these cells is 1.
Are we allowed to make a deduct now that we've got into numbers above 6? And we know that the next puzzle does not have numbers involving 6. Are we allowed to use that deduction in box 4?
I mean, technically, yes, but I think we can do it logically without that. Is what I hope, at least. Okay, so this 4, 9 has to go here, which is... So this ending with 9 is kind of unlikely, like, because you cannot do 19. 19 is prime. 29 is prime as well. Prime. 39
is 3 times 13.
That doesn't work. You can do 49.
7. You need a repeated 7 and a 1.
That doesn't work, because if we put 4 and 9, we cannot have a 7.
Oh,
so
yes,
it's not 49. Yeah. 59 is prime. 69 is again 23 times 3. 79 is prime. 89 is prime. 99 is 9 times 11. So that doesn't work. So this is a 4. And this is a 4. And this is a 2. And this is a 1 to repair. This is such a this is just a Philip puzzle. Like, this is exactly what Philip likes to set. Okay, so now what is this cell? First of all, can this be a 5? Can we have 54? 54 is 27 times 2. You can do 992. Wait, no, you cannot do 992 because this 2... Yeah, because you cannot put a 2 there and then put double 9 there. That doesn't work. So this is not 54. Can we do 34? No, because 34 is 17 times 17. 2. So this is actually a 3-5 pair, and whatever this digit is, it is the last digit. And I have a very big suspicion that this is going to be a 64. And this is just going to be a 1, 2, 6, normally, and Philip is just... because 74 doesn't work. 74 is 37 times 2. 84 is 42 times 2, and that is 21 times 2. Oh, wait, does that work? Like 7 times 3 times 2 times
21 times 4, 7 times 8.
No, but if I use 84, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. And I do not have a 3 or 7 for the 20.
Yes.
And 94 doesn't work either. So this is actually a 64. So this is actually just a normal puzzle with 1 to 6. And 6 is not a factor of 64, so this is a 4. And that's a 6. And now we know that these digits multiply to 16. And we have to do that with... Wait. I cannot do 4, 4. Wait, did I break it?
64, those need to...
Wait.
Hang on, go back before you put the 6 in.
Yeah, we were here.
Yeah, so we were there. So 14 and 24 and 34 and 44 and 54 are all impossible by Sudoku.
Yeah.
94 is 2 times
47. We cannot do 47.
47, which we can't do. 74 is 2 times 37, which you can't do. So it is a 6 or an 8.
I mean, 84 is, again, like, you need a 7 factor, and we don't have room for 7.
Because once you use the 8, you've used up all the digits. So it must be 64.
Yeah, but again, like, if this is 64,
but
6
you could
itself
only...
is not a factor, so this has to be a 4. Oh! No, wait, and yeah, these need to still multiply to 16.
It would need to be, because 64 is 4 cubed, right?
Wait, was this being a 4 or 9 wrong? Like, okay, I will just delete these altogether. So let's go back to this, because like we started with this arrow, right? Let's go back to the deductions we made.
Yeah.
This cell right here, in this column, has to appear on the arrow. That's for sure. And it cannot be the pill, because we cannot make these double 1. So we do square this number in this factor, no matter what. And
and it can't be 1.
Yes,
because
it cannot be 1.
Because that would put 2 identical digits.
So this is a 2 or 3. And again, we are multiplying either 2 by 2 and then 3 by 3. And you cannot do 2, 2, 3, because that would be 12 already.
Yeah.
So again, this is either 2, 2, 1 or 3, 3, 1, which means this is a 4 or 9.
Yeah.
And we also need a 1 here. So that's where we started. The next
so you can place a 1 in box 3 from that deduction. Yeah.
And now this 4, 9 has to go there. So that's where we started here. And then we said that this cannot be a 9. Because we cannot do 19 or 29 because of the row.
Yeah.
And then we thought about like 39.
Which is 3 times 13, and 13 is prime.
Yeah, and then 49
49, because 49 you need 7, 7, 1.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't have enough, like, we don't have 4, 9, and 7. Like, we only have 6 digits, not 7.
But no, at this stage we've only got 4 or 9. We don't have 4 and 9.
No, but 49 has 4 and 9.
Oh, 49 has 4 and 9, yes.
So yeah, it does have.
Yes. Yeah, 49 has 4 and 9, yes. Knowledge bomb for you.
And 59 doesn't work. 69 doesn't work. Like, is there another way of writing 69? No.
No, because 69 is root of 3. Yeah.
Okay, and so we come to the conclusion again that this is a 4. And that does force this to be, again, 1, 2, 4. So far, so good. And then this arrow just screwed everything up.
Yeah, and now we've got a 3-5 pair in box 3.
Yeah, we can write that in. And we were thinking about... Oh, wait, 54... No, wait, 54 is still 27. Wait.
54
Oh, okay.
7, but it's...
No, okay, I see the problem.
9.
No, I see the problem.
But
54 can be written as 3 times 3 times 6. And that is possible.
Yes.
But
no, because we
cannot put double 3 there. So that's not gonna work. But wait, we can still turn it around though, no? Like we can write 18 as 9 times 2, and then we can do 9 times 2 times 3. So that actually works. So we can do a 54 here, and then we can make this a 9, and this becomes 2 and 3. And this actually works. And then this becomes 4, this becomes 5, this becomes 1. That's 9, that's 4.
Yeah.
All right, and now this is 395, and now we know our digits. So there was actually a 9, and now this is a 1, 2, or 5. I think this is going to be a 5 because this being 5 and this being 5 is way too perfect not to happen, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so these are all 1, 2, 5, and this cell right here is a 2, 4, or 5. So we cannot do 22. We cannot do 25 because 25 is 5, 5. And
you can't do 21
no, so this is not to do.
41 is prime. 42 is.
It doesn't work, but 45
is 6 by 7.
45 is doable
45
by
is 5 and 9. Yeah.
And yeah, you cannot do 51, 52, or 55 because those are not doable in 2-digit numbers in here. So this is actually 45 with 5 and 9. So that gives, or that will give soon, our digits. So this is 1, this is 9, this is 3, this is 4, 3, and 3 and 9. Okay, that's actually a bit more trickier than I thought.
That gives 1, 4, 3. I think when you mentioned 2 times 27, we both thought 27 is prime, and 27 is very much not prime.
No, I thought of that as 9 times 3, and then I was thinking like we don't have a 9 in this scenario, but
right,
we do have a 9 in that scenario, and that is actually fine.
Right. Okay. Moving on. So this is a 5, 6. So we've got 6 by 6. Draw a non-branching, non-intersecting, orthogonally traveling loop. Within each box, the loop either passes through all moons and no suns, or all suns and no, but presumably that means it could be different in each box. Loop not passing type. And the loop cannot pass through the same type of clue in 2 consecutively used regions, so it alternates suns and moons sound. Some whisper slime. And in this, a German whispers line is a difference of 3. So I'm already thinking about how it gets in and out of box 2. And I'm going to have to make this smaller again because I'm going to need my loop drawing tool. Enable the pen tool. That's better. Yeah. Let me just zoom out. Right, okay, I can see what I'm doing now. Okay, so in terms of getting in and out of box 2, the only way that is passing through here, right?
Or
these are 2 places.
Or it can just visit row 2, column 4 only.
No, because then it would be consecutive sums.
Yeah, okay, then
in these boxes. Yeah, sorry, I saw that but didn't actually explain it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 6, that's a 5. This is also a 6. Then we know it can't go into here, so this is a 2 or this is a 1 or a 3, but it could still be either of those.
I mean, you need to visit all suns, and you need to visit all moons in box 4. So
yes, and the only way I can go this way, if I'm not going to touch this sun. So This is a 1 or a 3. This is a 5, so this is a 1, and this is a 2. Now so these are 3 and 4, so the loop has got to come down here, which has got to be a 5. This is a 1-2 pair. It's got to go through that sum, so it's got to go directly through that sum. And straight out the other side. This is this is a 4 or a 6. Therefore, this is a 4. Oh, fun with reading some lines coming up, I think of it. Okay. These 2, 3, 6. These are 1, 4, 5. But this loop in box 1 can't go through this sun and has to go through this moon, so it has to go next directly to it.
Yep.
And that is, so that's low, so that's 1, so that's not. The loop then needs to exit the box.
Yeah. And now you need
So
to
that
visit
therefore has to be
like all sums.
All sums in this box, but I also know that this has to be a 2 because it's 3 lower than this and it's not a 1. To visit all suns without the moon, we need to loop all the way around there, and that closes. I can make my grid bigger again because I don't need my pen tool anymore.
It's a small loop.
It's, yeah. Okay, so this is high and is a 5. This is low and is a 1. This is high and could still be either 4 or 6. Apart from it can't be 4 because that would need double 1. So that's a 3, 4, 3, 4, 6. This is therefore a 2. This is a 5. This 5 makes this a 4 and a 5. These are 1, 3, and 6. These are 2 and 3. These are 4. Unwind everything. And that hopefully 5, 3, 4, 6 are the right digits to move on.
Yeah, I think
Quite fun actually.
All right, so
I've got these. So on the guide with the rules for each puzzle, it does say which digits you need to carry forward. So I'm checking them just to make sure I haven't done anything silly.
Yeah, true. Okay, so the final puzzle of the column. This is Double or Nothing by Kenneth's dad. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku, so these are a 1-2 pair. And we have garden path lines.
Ooh.
Garden path lines. So blue lines are split into segments by box borders, and for each line, the sum of one segment will be double the sum of the other segments. Okay.
Oh,
so basically, this sums to 10.
Reading some lines with doublers.
Yeah, but the lines are doubled, so it's not something too scary.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a 4-6 pair, so this sums to 10. So this is either 20 or 5, and I think we know which one it is. It's 5. And now this 5 over here has to be on this line. So this is half of whatever this is, and that means that this has to be even. So this is either a 1-5 or 3-5, and that means it's either a 3 or 4, depending on what the situation is. And we know that there's a 4 in this box, and that has to be here. So that means this is a 1-4, which means this is 3-5, and that's a 4. And this is another 2-6 pair, that's a 1-3 pair. These sum to 3, and this cannot sum to 1.5, so this sums to 6 and doesn't have a 4. So this has to be 1-5, this is 1-2, and this is a 4-6, this is 2-3. And this is obviously not going to be double of this, so this is the half. So this is a 3, and this is a 1-2-3. So we can do like that, and now that 2 fixes this segment over here, and this 1-4 looks to the right. And now this is 5-6, we know the order. And now this is half or double of this, so this is a 1 or 4. This again a 2-3. This is 4-5-6. Oh, this one fixes the 1 and 4 here. Now we have, the 3 also fixes the 5 and 3. This is a 2, 4, this is a 5, 6. And this cell is a 1, 4, 6. And I think now we have to think of this line and somehow come into limits with it. Good night, Bramster. I hope you had a wonderful time and hope to see you soon.
Thanks, Bramster.
Okay, so this part is relatively high. Like the minimum here is 7 anyway, so this definitely cannot be double of this. So this is the part that is double. And if this was 5, this side would be odd. That doesn't work. So this is always a 6, that's always 5. Which means the 6 is there, this is a 5. And now this is either going to be 8 or 10, which means it's either 4 or 5. And that means that this is always a 1. And I think that is going to do the trick. This is now working, and this is 6 and 4. Oh, and we also have actually the entire segment, the solution to work for it. And we go to the next one, which is now we are starting from the bottom.
Yeah. Okay, yes, because okay, and we have Caterdokupillar X cages by Kuraba. Draw killer cages into the grid so that each cage contains exactly one clued cell and cages don't overlap. The clued cell must end up as the leftmost cell of the top row of the cage. The digit in the circle indicates the number of cells that the cage it's in contains. Okay. Which doesn't actually rule out the 2 circles in box 3 being 1. Oh, no, that's greater than. It's greater than, right? That is a less than. Should know the difference between those by this time. Okay, so usual color rules. Okay, so we've got that's a 2 and a 3. And I'm going to need colors on this one to draw my cages. So that one has to come down to here because it can't go up or left by the rule. And that one does the same. And that one does the same. Because none of these circles can. That circle can't be a 1 by. Yeah, none of these circles can be a 1 because of that. So this also must extend rightwards because it can't just be a 6. And that one has to come down like here. But okay, this one definitely needs to grow because you can't get to 14 in these. But it could yet go either way. It could also do something weird like that. Okay. Oh, this one also, yeah. So this one needs to grow, and this one needs to grow because the most these 2 can be is 7. But this one, you see, could go left. Could this be this could be a 5 and do that. Hang on. This is a 2 or a 3. And this is either a 4 with that 2 or it's part of a 1, 2, 3 set. And the same is true here. I think that means that these 2 have to be different because they can't both be 2 because those would both be 4, and they can't both be 3 because you'd end up with too many low digits in this box. So that's a 2, 3 pair. So those are neither 2 nor 3.
I think you can mark that since you know that one of those is a 2, one of those other color circles is a 4. Like either row 6, column 5, or row 5, column 6 has to be a 4.
Row 6, column 5. Oh, yeah, so one of those, yeah. Yes, that is true. Okay. That is a logical conclusion. So my instinct is that that's probably all we can do in that corner until we've done something else. Sort of.
Yeah, you can do it for sure, because like one of them being 3 breaks the other one.
One of those being 3 breaks the other one. So if this is 3, if this is 3, you need that would make this a 2, and you'd still need a 2 in the box for the thing. Yeah, okay. See, my instinct was nonsense. So this is not a 3. So that's mode. So that's 2, 4. This is a 3. And that has to be the 1, 2 pair because it can't go up. That was the logical conclusion of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a 5, 6 pair, which isn't really that surprising, but it does mean that this is a 5, 6 pair, and this is a 4. Oops. And this red one is now going to have to grow considerably. It pick up. It can't take all of them, so it's going to have to come to box. Red is going to have to come into box 6 in order to reach its.
I think you made the relative mistake by like, why did you green the cell in row 4, column 3?
Because it's got green has got to come. Has got to get to more than 14.
Okay, like I think the first question is why did you yellow row 3, column 4? Like why couldn't he just go horizontal?
Oh yes, I assumed it had to come down, but that's not actually necessarily true, is it?
Yeah, because
so
now
that actually has knock on. If yellow comes down, then green has to come down, and then red has to come down. But yellow doesn't actually have to come down. It could go sideways. It can't go left or up. Okay, so this is a 1, 2, 3, 8. So these are from 4, 5, 6, and do have a 4 in them. This is not a 1.
There's some basic Sudoku you can do.
This is a 1. Okay, can you move? You're hovering over a pencil mark that I can't quite read. Thank you. Yeah, 2, 3 pair looking down. I couldn't see that because I couldn't read that 4, 5, 6 pencil mark at all. So
My plans of sabotage have been foiled.
If you were planning to sabotage, you shouldn't have talked. Okay, so these I'm just going to do alignment and just put in some marks and three. Hang on.
I think your internet is dying a bit. Okay, at least you are still solving, we can see that, but like if you speak, I think...
So it's 4, 6. I only play 2 at home. Oh. Okay, trying again, see if that works better.
It is a lot better, yeah.
I'm running on 5G and wired Ethernet directly to the router, so the internet should not be a problem.
Yeah. Now it's a lot better.
Okay, so that's a 2. Let me place it in that column. So this is a 3, which has got to get to. It needs at least 8 more in 2 cells, and it's only going to get that by going that way.
Yeah.
Which means that is not a 1.
Oh.
Well, no, that's not right because that's broken.
No, it's not broken. Red can still go down.
Not once this is a 3.
You can do 3, 2, 6 by taking row 5, column 2.
Oh! Yes. So I could go 3, 2, and 6. Yes. So when I said it has to take these 2, that's not correct. And in fact, it can't do because this is a 1.
Yes.
By Sudoku. Yeah. So that's how we know that has to be read. That has to. Oh, it's a severe misclick.
I'm always giving you all these puzzles where you need to use the pen tool or shading or
yeah, I mean, well, let nobody say that we've actually planned this.
You also type over the 3 instead of a 4 in row 4.
Yeah, that's the 4. That's the 6. Now that 4 is actually sort of pretty much.
I think you need to delete that 3 as well, by the way, because you put the 3 in row 2.
Let me. Yeah. I'm still good at this point, right?
Yeah, you should be.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So that's a 4. And that's now a 4. That's a 5 or a 6 by the column. This is 3, 5, or 6. Yeah. Okay. And this needs. Ooh, we're doing some weird growing here. This can't go anywhere other than right. Which means this one can't do anything other than go right. So that one is going to make its total wherever it gets its cells. But green can't come to here because then you'd have 2 4s in the cage. So it must do that, and yellow must do that. 5, and then these have to add up to more than 10, so that isn't a 3. And oh, hang on, that doesn't look good. That looks like I've got a deadly pattern. And I've also got a double 3 in that cage.
Yeah, because green could have taken row 5, column 4.
Oh yeah, you can go all the way down here. Yeah.
Yeah, you always take that one. Like, that is for certain.
Yes, because if it does that, it picks up another 4, and if it does that, it cuts off yellow, and yellow can't get big enough. So
Yeah.
it has to take that 1, and it then can't take that 4. So, other than the fact that I just proved that it caused a deadly pattern, it could still go this way for 5. So it needs to get to at least 10, and it can't have another 4. So it's got to take a 5-6 pair. But it's doing that anyway.
I think an easier way to see it is like if you clear the pencil mark in row 3, column 6. Like, I mean, you can delete the 5 is what I meant.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Now,
that's not a 5, yeah.
And now you know that row 3, column 6 is not in the yellow cage, because then you repeat the 3, 6.
Oh, because this is row 3, column 5 is not in the yellow cage.
No, it is. It has to be in the yellow cage.
3, 5. Oh right, yes, because these two are the same.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay, yes. So these two are the same, so this can't be yellow. So yellow has to do that, but and has to do that because it can't pick up a second 4.
Yes.
So because that's a 3-6 pair, that's a 5, that's a 6. This now has to grow downwards. That's the colouring done. 5, 6, 3, 6, 3. And you should have 1, 5, 3, 6, and we do.
Yep, looks good. Okay, now we move on to signal processing by full deck and missing a few cards. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku, we have palindromes, and we have quadruples. So again, I don't need to color, I don't need to do any loop. I have the easy end of the stick, I guess. So okay, so these are palindromes, so that's 5, that's 6. This quad means that has to be a 6. This quad means that has to be a 5. This is a 2-4 pair, which means that cell is there. That's a 2-4. That cell is there. That's a 2-4. There's a 4 quad here, so this can't be a 4. So that's 2, that's 4. That's 2, that's 4. This cell doesn't matter because of the palindrome being odd. The middle cell can be anything. This cell's a 5 though, and we know that that's a 1. That's a 4. That's a 3 by Sudoku. That's a 1. This is 2, 6. This is 1, 3, 6. This cell and this cell have to be the same, so they are 6 sixes. So that's a 2, that's a 3. This is 2, 4. And now this quad needs a 2, which is there. And these cells are 1, 3, 4. There's a 1, 3 here, so that cell's a 4. This is 1, 3. And now, what are these cells? These are 1. This cell's a 1 or 3. This cell's a 1 or 3. This cell's a 5. This cell's a 6. This is a 2 and 5, which have to go like this. This is a 4, and there's a 1 quad here, so this can't be a 1. That means these are 3s, these are 1s, that's a 3. And
okay.
back to you.
that was nice and easy, wasn't it?
1 minute per puzzle, that was the goal, right?
Yeah, right. Okay, so we've got Renban Sudoku by the Cogito, or the Cogito, depending on who you believe. If you were listening to the start of the stream yesterday. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, normal Renban rules, and the circles are for the next puzzle.
Oh,
you get Clover's puzzle.
Oh, yay! No. I wonder if Clover's is away.
Ignore them for now. Right, so this needs 3 and a... Hang on, let me just... Right. This can't have a 6 on it because it would need a 5 on it as well, and it can't go there. So it's 4. So it does have 2, 3, 4, and...
Why can't
no
go there?
No, you can't have. You can't have. You can't have a 6 on this ren band because it would have to go here and it would need a 5.
You are
so
right.
We're taking 4 digits from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 2, 3, and 4. And this is a set of 5 as well.
Yeah, you can deduce row 6, column 6, I believe.
I should be able to. Yes, because that's got to be the one. Because if it's a 2, 3, or 4, you're immediately breaking that round band. That's right. Yeah. So these are 2, 3, and 4, and this therefore has to be 5 because it can't be another 1. That's not a 3 because I didn't do what I said I would always do and start by pencil marking the box that's carried over. One of these is a 6, and if that's a 6, that's a 5, and that's fine. One of these is 2, 3, and the other one is 4, 5, but I don't think we know which yet.
Okay. Column 5 is interesting.
Could go 1, 2 without breaking that.
I think the important digit is 6.
Yes. This one isn't a 6. Ah, 6 can't go on here because it would need a 5. So one of these is one of these is a 6, and then that round band needs a 5, which has got to go there, and that would make that a 6, 4. So that now has to be from 1, 2, 3, and have the 2 on it. So that's not a 2. 1 goes here. Is a 2 and 3. So it's 4 or 6. This is 2, 4, or 6, so this is odd because they are consecutive. One of these is a 5, which doesn't necessarily help at this stage. 5, that. This can't be a 5 either because it will place a 6 here, so this is where the 5 goes in that box. That eliminates 5.
Can it be a 4?
Oh. Yes, of course it could. Yes, that would work. Yes, in fact, either this is a 5, 4, or this is 5, 4 in that specific order. I already said that and then forgot about it. This is not a 6 though, because that would be a 5. So one of these is a 6. One of these is a 6. This is 2, 3, 4, 6. So that could actually still be anything.
Actually, it can't be.
Oh, hang on, no, it can't because there's a 2, 4 pair looking at it. So this is also 1, 3, 5. So it's odd. So this is 2, 4, 6, which is even.
Not 2.
Not 2 because the 2 there. Yeah, so that's not 2, which means that can't be 1.
You can also clean up column 5 a bit more.
I kind of, oh yeah, 4, 6. Yeah, I kind of, yeah. Okay, and that 3, therefore, that makes that 1, 2 pair. Okay, so 6, 3, 4, 6. One of these are 2, but I think I already knew that. Could be either. 6 with a 5. Yeah, that purple colour is really too close to the blue colour.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, Sven, if you're watching, I know doing colours is impossible because there's so many different types of colour blindness. So this is 2, 3, or 4, 5. But I kind of feel like one of these should break something, but I don't see that it does.
There's a triple you are missing.
There is a triple I am missing.
Yeah. In a column.
I was looking at the columns. Oh, 2, 4, 6 here. Right, so 3, 5, which of course resolves that the way that doesn't do that, but that makes that a 5, and that not. And that's now not a 5, so that's not the 6, so that is the 6. This is going to sort out that deadly pattern. So it's going to be a 1. But I won't put it in. So I won't put it in yet. But it is going to be a 1.
Like I would that, but yeah, there's an easier way to sandgate it anyway.
Starting to get a bit more limited here. If this is 2, hang on. Oh, right. So this is now 2, 3 because of that 5. Yeah, that's how you do it. You see, I'm so out of practice that my instincts are not quite there. They're just a little bit off. So I was thinking that would be where to look, but I was one stage ahead of where it actually was to look.
Yeah, I'm also kind of rusty. Not gonna lie, I haven't sold in a while.
Okay, and that will give us 1, 4, and 2, 5, and we're done.
All right, so we are actually moving to the clover puzzle, which is actually going to be okay. So we have a sandwich Sudoku, and I think that's all the rules. So basically, we have it's normal 6x6 Sudoku, and we have the circle digits indicate the sums of the digits that are placed in between the 1 and 6. So yeah, so okay, we have a 1 right here and we have a 3 right there, and that automatically gives us a 3 and 6 here. So that's also a 6. And we also have a 2 here, which means that we need to have 1, 2, 6 block in one of these cells. So the 3 is on the outside and the 2 is on the inside. These cells are a 2, 5 pair. Okay, so we have a sum of 7 and 9. Okay, if this sum is a 9, like I'm thinking if this cell has to be a crust or not, because if that cell is not a crust, like if this is 1, 6, this has to be 4, 5. Oh, but that works because then this can be just 2, 3. And that seems okay to me. And then we have a 7 here. Again, you can do a 1 here and a 2, 5 there with the other 6 here. That is also a possibility. If the 2 is on the outside here, what would that imply? That would imply that the 1, 6 is here with a 4, 5 inside again. And then this would be a 3. Okay, so basically we have to think about these 9s, I believe. There are 2 ways to make a 9. You can either do 2, 3, 4, or you can do 4, 5. Because 1 and 6 are out. So the scenario is that this cell is either a crust, and that would mean that the 1, 6s are essentially here and here, or like even there, possibly. Or this cell is in the filling of both of these sandwiches, which is also likely. And in that case, it has to be a 4. So this cell is always 1, 4, or 6. Now, this 7, again, we do not know if this 2, 5 is part of the filling, but if it is not, wait, it has to be part of the filling. Like that's a very cute point by Clover. This is what we like about Clover. The thing is, like if this cell is not a crust, the 1, 6 has to have a 2-cell filling, and these will sum to 14, because 1, 6 is 7, the inside is also 7, and these will have to sum to 7, and this would have to be another 2, 5, but we already used both of the 2 and 5 there. So this is a 1, and this has to be the 2, 5, and that has to be the 6, which is going to mean that this is actually a filling. And now the 1 is not there because it looks over here, so that is the 1, that is the 5. And now this is a 3, 4 pair, that's a 4, that's a 3. And now we know that these are not part of the crust, so the crusts have to live over here. And so now we have done this, we have done this, we have done this, and now we need to figure out where this goes. And we have just realized that 1 and 6, so this cell is not a crust, which means that this cell has to be. So the 6 to 1 goes like that, and that should do it, I believe. Yep, there we go.
Okay, and you've got the finished digits of 5, 3, 6, 1, which is correct. And we move on to Cave Sudoku by Pietato. And what is the first word in the cave rules? Shade.
Enjoy your colors.
Right. Shade some cells to form a cave in such a way that all unshaded cells are orthogonally connected and all shaded cells are orthogonally connected by other shaded cells to an edge of the grid. Cells that contain a star, of which there are many, must be unshaded, and a digit placed in such a cell indicates the total number of cells seen in all 4 orthogonal directions, including itself where shaded cells obstruct vision. Okay, so the first thing that we do is, you see, I'm obviously a Simon aficionado. I'm clearly going to use green and grey for this.
Yeah, that is the standard for cave anyway.
This is 2. This is 2 and 4. Now, immediately. Oh,
do you normally solve cave?
One of this is. I vaguely do. This has to be. We need a 1 somewhere along here, but this obviously can't be a 1 because it's already seeing 2 unshaded cells. So that's 2, 4, or 6.
Yeah, you pointed out a very important thing there. Yes, about the ones in cave.
Yeah, basically, a 1 in a shaded cell in an unshaded is only possible on the edge of the grid, and then it needs to be completely walled in. So this, I think, theoretically couldn't.
Because unshadeds are all connected, so you cannot.
Oh, because unshaded are all connected. So yes, so this can't be a 1 either. Yeah, I was thinking this cell here has to be a 1, and I hadn't quite worked through it, but It does have to be a 1. Yeah. So you can actually never get a 1 in a star cell.
Exactly.
You can get a 1 in an unshaded cell, but just not a star cell.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So one of these is 1. Ooh. 3. That already couldn't have been anyway. But okay, so I'm thinking if this can't be a 2 either, because it's already connected 1, and that would then need to be completely walled off, which it can't be. So
you can still connect through the next star, right? I think that's fine.
Oh, it could go up like that to that. Yes,
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it would just be walled off on 3 sides. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. I do know how to do it. I've just never actually done it before. So it's sort of
Sudoku is usually not how you combine cave with, so it is a new rule set for sure.
Yeah. Nothing stops. Nothing stops this one being shaded because it's automatically on. The grey cells don't have to be connected to each other. They just have to connect to the edge of the grid, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
okay,
how does
there's something really fun here, and row 5 is interesting.
Yeah. I'm thinking, how does row 5, column 6 connect? But it could go up and it could go up and connect through those, or it could like that, because this one would then not connect, but it could go through there, or it could go up. Hang on, this is 2, 4, 6 as well.
Yes. And you actually do know the shading of the 1, by the way, which is a real cool.
I mean, one of these 2 has to be a 4.
Like, you know that one of those star cells has to be a 2. Think
one of these has to be a 2, so it can't connect all 4. That's right. Yeah, I was thinking about the high numbers, not the low numbers. Yeah. So that must be grey. And then it has to connect to the edge of the grid, so that has to be grey. And now this one, to connect to all the others, has to go up. It could go down, but it has to go up as well, even if it goes down.
Yep.
Which rules out that being a 2. There isn't any 2x2 rule in this, is there?
There is no 2x2 rule, but there is something very fundamental that is helpful here. That is true for every cave puzzle. That feature also is included in Yin Yang. That is also
about the boundary.
Depends on what you mean by boundary. It may be not the boundary. No, not the boundary itself. But from any 2x2 block in a cave or a Yin Yang puzzle is not allowed to do a certain pattern.
It can't have the checkerboard.
Yes.
I know in Yin Yang it can't, because it stops one color connecting to itself, but one color doesn't have to connect to itself in this.
Yeah,
but does it also stop connecting to the edge of the grid?
Yeah, the problem in the cave is I will try to showcase if you are seeing on the screen as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Oh, wait, I need to do it. Okay, so let's say that this cell is gray as well, right?
Yeah.
So now the idea is, we know that this connects to the edge, and then
Yeah.
this will also connect to the edge. The
Yeah.
problem is, like, it doesn't matter where you connect to the edge. You can connect here, you can connect here, but you will always create a wall of gray. So it will always isolate the green. And the other way around is if these two greens are going to encapsulate this gray and trap it inside. So that's why the checkerboard indicator will work.
Okay, so the checkerboard rule does still apply. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll green that one then. Now, I can tell you that at least one of these two is grey. I think. Yes,
that is correct.
Because that would make both of those 6. If this was green all the way across.
Yep.
But I don't think I yet know which one.
Soon you will. Like, don't forget about the stars and what their number represents.
Right. Oh, this is a maximum of 4. That's 2, 3, 4. Could go up and circle round. Oh,
like
no, it couldn't.
5.
No, this can't go up in a circle round anyway, because that would be a 4 and that would be a less than a 4, and that's obviously nonsense.
Oh yeah, that's true as well. Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying row 5.
Yeah, like one of those pencil marks is now better. Like you can eliminate stuff.
This is not a 2. And that's a 4-6 pair, so that is a 2. So all of these are grey.
Yep.
This is also grey because of checkerboard rule. This is also grey because of checkerboard rule. Since this is a 4 just by Sudoku. These are 2, 3, 5. That one's 2, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't, I think, help at this stage. These two both at least 3, but are different.
Okay, I see something very cool in the last column.
Okay. I'm thinking there's probably some relationship between these stars that I haven't grasped yet.
It's actually one of the stars you pencil mark that is more relevant to me, at least, because like the row 5, column 6 actually is very intriguing right now.
Right, so if it's 6, it's the... yeah, it can't be 6 because that would make it the entire column, and you can't do that because when you've got multiple stars.
Yeah.
So that must be a 4, and that must be a 6. So this has to grow either there or there, but not both. But whichever one goes grey will automatically be on the edge of the grid anyway. That one is unshaded, sort of feels really unlikely. One of these two has to come down. In fact, two of these 3 have to come. Oh no, not necessarily 2 of 3. because they keep. One of these two definitely has to come down.
You can use the 6 you got. Like the 6 is a very big number.
So I've got.
Like it needs to see 6 unshaded cells, and you can
Yeah, that sits in a star, and it's only seeing 1, 2. So 1 sits including itself. So 1, 2, 3. So even if it goes to there, it's got to take these 2 as well. And again, one of this is so this is already seeing 3. This is already seeing 3. Nothing stops. Oh, hang on. This is not going to. It sort of feels like it's not going to go all the way up, but I can't exactly prove why at this stage.
You can actually deduce row 3, column 5, I think.
I can reduce row 3, column 5.
Like again, there is a cool interaction with the last 2, like the 2 stars in the last column.
Yeah, I mean, I do know that if it's cave, then I can. If it's wall, I can fill in the rest of the wall. I know that much. But these, hang on. So if, yeah, okay, yes, because that's these 2. One of them needs to grow left, otherwise they'd have to be the same digit. So that one has to grow left, and that now this one has to be wall to cap it at 2 more than this is seeing.
Yep.
So that's a 6. Now this has to see exactly 1 more, but could do either way. I'm not seeing anything checkerboardy. We've got about an hour left. I want to do something useful about these stars not being able to be ones, but I think I've probably taken that as far as at the moment.
I mean, like you can still do stuff in column 1 because you know that star on the left has to connect to the others.
Oh yeah, so that has to go up. Now and I already said it can't go all the way to the top, because that would make this 4 and this a bigger number than 4, which it can't be. So that's got to be wall. So that now has to connect through there. Before saying I need to refresh again.
It was just briefly cutting off.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I've got perfect internet as far as I can tell. I'm not running too many. I rebooted my computer just before logging on, just so there wasn't too much running in the background. And yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this is 2 more than. Yeah. So this one is 2 more than this one. So this is 2, 3, 4, and this is 4, 5, 6. But this can't connect. This This can't connect to the others through here. Which means that this one has to be green, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Saya.
And then every time I refresh, the chat goes away. This needs. Hang on. If this. Ooh.
Yeah, you can deduce the shading of
my computer is crashing. I shall have to restart. Can you hold the fort?
All right. Should I solve or should I just wait? Oh. Well, I think he's dead. Okay, I think I will just take over from here until he comes back at least. Okay, so the idea is... Okay, I will need to go right and left, because what happens here is this star cannot be a 6, and if this cell is green, then this star is going to be a 6. So this thing has to be... Okay, this is going to be kind of rough, but yeah, this has to be shaded, and now this cell has to be a 4, which means that cell is not 4. I have a pack of gas puzzles I'd love to see you race on. I mean, I did that the last time we made this type of stream, actually, because I was solving some relatively easy puzzles and trying to speedrun them, but that also was kind of rough. Okay, so this type of... Okay, I think I will adjust this. Okay, I hope I won't have to adjust the scale too much after this, but so this 6 now has to see all of this, so this 6 is now done. Now this thing has to get out, so this is going to be a star, and that means the cell left of it cannot be green, because if this is now green, this would be seeing 7, but this can only be a 6, so this cell is going to be shaded as well. All right, and now I hope I can go to numbers again, and hopefully do these. Now this is actually 6,000 green, so this cell is shaded. Are you back?
I'm back on the call. I'm not yet back seeing the
Okay,
seeing
yeah.
the puzzle from outside.
I'm just finishing the puzzle right now.
Right. I am back.
All right, I come back. Oh, wait, it reset?
Has it looks like me going back into it has gone back to the stage that it was at.
Yeah, it did. Crashed. Okay, that's very interesting, because I actually did lots of stuff and then they're gone.
Yeah, okay, I heard you talking about stuff.
Okay.
Right. So the... I know that at least one of these is green. Now the audience gets to see me struggle through the stuff that you went through like lightning.
Yeah, row 2, column 5 was my starting point, essentially.
Row 2, column 5.
Yeah, thinking about the star in row 4, column 5.
Yeah. So... Oh yeah, that will. If this is green, that makes this 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that then needs to... Oh, it doesn't.
Not the top right.
Not that one. Not that one necessarily. Yep. So this is now 4. One of these is a 4. One of these is a 6, and it's not this one. We've already decided that was going to cause problems. This is not a 4. That actually always felt a bit unlikely that it was going to be. This is going to be 2, 3, or 5. But it can't. This has got to go. Yeah, we said that. We said that one of those was green, and it's that one. This cannot be 5 because it would have to go this way, and that would make that also at least 5. So that is 2 or 3. This being 2 more than this should still be. This could actually. Oh, hang on. This 1, 4. I'm trying to figure out if these can both be wall. Because that would make. No, they can't both be wall. Because that would make this a 2 and this a 2. So one of them, and it has to be exactly one of them is, and it can't be that one. So this is that and that. That makes that a 3. That not a 3, that not a 5. This 6 has to be vertical. No, it doesn't. Has to be not vertical. It's saying that one. This 4 has to be vertical. This is going to have to be wall regardless. If it's green, it would have to connect up, and that's too small. So that just. Oh, and now that I've got that in, this is 2, this is 4, this is 3. And that is cave.
Almost there.
Yep. This is 1, 4. This is a 3. 5, 6. The rest is Sudoku. A 1 and a 5. 4, a 2. Not a 2. That's got to be a 3. These aren't 3. Nor is that. 2 and 6. 5. Makes that a 2 in the row. 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 2, 5, and 3.
Nice.
2, 4, 1, 5. Hey, I solved my first cave puzzle.
Well done. All right. So what do we have here? We have The Sky is the Limit by JMode13. So we have normal 6x6 rules. We have counting circles, and which is that a digit in a circle means how many times that digit appears in a circle. Oh, wait, why is my highlights are now sticking on the grid for some reason, and I don't know why. Okay, that's weird. Oh wait, I think I know why. Because I think I clicked this thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now it's back to normal. All right. And we have skyscrapers. So digits in the grid represent skyscrapers, and basically, like if we are looking from the left, like this, like the larger digits are going to mean the shorter digits are not seen. So if we have a row like this would be a 2 because we see the 2. The 6 is larger than 2, so these 2 are seen, and everything is shorter, so they will be seen. All right, so, well, the things we can say is this column has 1 and 2, so this is 3, 4, 5, 6. So we already have lots of high digits in the circles anyway, and we have 1, 2, 3, 6 here. Now, how many circles do we have in total, at least in the grid? In the grid, we have 3, 6, 9, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so we have exactly 16 circles in total. And if we have 16 circles, what we need to do is 1 to 6, like these from 1 to 6, sum to 21. So we need to leave out digits that sum to 5 out of this sum. So basically what we are going to do is we either don't have a 5 in circles, or we don't have 2 digits that sum to 5 that are not in circles. That always means that we have a 6 in the circles, and we have to have 6 sixes. And that means that since this row doesn't have a 6, one of the outside clues has to be a 6, which is very interesting. And this one cannot be the 6, because we cannot do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from here. There's a 1 there. And we cannot do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from here. Because the ending is 2, 4. So this is actually a 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that has a 3.
That's a nice deduction.
Yeah, that's a very cool opening to the puzzle. So that's how the 4, and that's how the 6. So we don't have a 4 inside of the circles, so we also don't have 1s inside of the circles. So we can get this. That's also 1. This is a 2, 5. And this is now 3, 6. Now we have a skyscraper here, and I know that the 6 always has to be in the circles anyway. And we know that the 4s are not in circles, so this has a 4, this is a 5, 6 pair. This digit that is not in the circle cannot be a 6, so the 6 is in one of these. This cell is a 2, 3, or 5. Okay, so we have a skyscraper here, and we know that the first digit is a 2 or 6. And we know that the circles don't have a 1, so this cannot be a 6. So therefore this is a 2. And now the skyscraper, it can be a 2 if this is a 6. Oh, and this cannot be a 6 actually. Neither can this, because you know that the 6 in this row has to be in a circle. So that's a 3 and that's a 6, and this is not 6. So depending on if this is a 5 or 1, this is either 3 or 4. And now these cells are 1, 5, 6. This first number is not 1, so that's actually a 5, 6 pair. And that means the outside clue is a 1 or 2. It cannot be a 1, because we know there's no 1 in circles. So this is a 2, that's a 5, that's 1, 6. That's 5, 6, this is a 5, 6. And that's a 5, 4, 6. Now this is a 3, 4 pair. Now we know this skyscraper is a 5. And now we don't have a 5 in this circle, we don't have a 5 in this circle, but we have 1, 5 outside, so that has to be a 5. So that's a 1, 4, 4, 3, 3, and 2.
That's a really lovely combination of rules, actually.
Yeah, that was really fun. And now we have to deal with Fibonacci, apparently.
Every cage a unique Fibonacci by 2 holes straw. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply, and digiting cages cannot repeat and sum to a Fibonacci number, which is 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, or 21. And there's a reason why we're not going to higher numbers than 21. Okay. So let's see what we got here. So the single cell cages are not 4 or 6, but there's 3 of those. I mean, this is a 21.
Yeah. Okay.
And each cage must sum to a different value. That's probably going to be quite important, I would suggest.
Yeah, while we saw it, just take a quick break and hope to see a filled grid when I come back.
Okay. So this could be a 2, 3 making 5. Couldn't be a 2, 5. Couldn't be a 2. It could be a 2, 6 making 8. 3, 5 would also work. 3, 6 would not. And 5, 6 would not. So we've still got options there. These 2 digits are obviously the same as these 2 digits. My chat has gone off my screen again. I still don't know what's going on out in the wide world. The 1 and 2 must be single cell cages. 2. They must. Not entirely sure why the 1 and 2 must be single cell. Oh, because each cage must sum to a single value, a different value. Oh, yes. Yeah. See, I said that rule was going to be important, and then I immediately forgot it. So the 1 and the 2 are in there. And this can't be a 3 because it would have to be a 1, 2. So this is that's a 1, 2, 3 triple. So this could still be a 2, 3 making 5, or it could be one of the options making 8. One of these has to be the 13.
You know which one?
Yeah. And I do know which one, yes, because you can't have 1, 6, 6. And what did I say I was always going to do when I started a puzzle? Pencil mark the rest of the book carried forward. So that's a 6. And now this. Okay, and now there's 6 in this 21 cages over here somewhere, which doesn't help any more than basic Sudoku. But we know that these are 1, 3, and 4. And if that's a 1 or a 3, it's going there. So
where's the 8?
Hang on, this is hang on, the 5 cage has to be here.
Yep, seems like it.
Yeah, so that makes 5 and 2. Oh, my pencil mark conflict has come on, having not been on for the entire rest of the day, and I never. It must have been something about that computer crash. Okay, so these add up to 7 without a 1 or a 3, so those are a 2 and a 5. These are 1 and 3, and that's 4. Oh, it's giving me the pencil mark conflict within the cage, but not within the rows, columns, or boxes. This is a 5 by Sudoku. These are 4 or 6. This is a 2. This is also a 4 or a 6. The cages have gone as far as they will go now, actually.
It's outside the grid, Palfly. That's where the 0 is.
Yeah, if you had a 0, you'd also need to have a second 1. Six, 4. This is a 6. This is a 5. That's 5 or 6. That's 4 or 5. But that's 4 makes it 5, 6. This is a 4. These are 1 and 5 in that order. These are 2 and 3 in some order. This is not a 1. These are 1 and 4, which fits as 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 5 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3.
There we go. We have, yay, congrats. But I like how the timer resets, like it's just for the last puzzle. And it's like, oh, we just solved the entire thing in 5 minutes, like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we are, oh wait, no, we are starting from the top again. I believe, yes. And we are in Sum or Products by James Sinclair. Okay, so we have normal 6x6 Sudoku, and we have Sum or Product cages, where it says these cages that we see here are either the sum or multiply of the value in the top left cage, and they cannot repeat. All right, so we have a 1 and 3 here. Now, if this was a multiplication, it has to be 1, 6 or 2, 3. That doesn't work. So this has to be 2, 4, and it's an addition. So now these are a 5, 6 pair. And if this has a 5, it would be a sum of 5, 1. If this was a 6, this would be a multiplication of 6, 1. So this has always 1. Okay, so now this has a 2 just by Sudoku. These are 3 and 4. And again, this side cannot be a 4 because that would break both sum and addition. So this is a 3 and this is a 4. And if this says a 1, like the 2 and 3, this is always a 1, no matter what you do. So that's a 5. And these are 3 and 6. And now this 6 cage doesn't have a 1, and it cannot sum to 6 without using a 2 or 4, which would break this cell. So this is always a multiplication, and it's a multiplication without 1. So it has to be a 2, 3, which fixes both of these pairs. And now that's a 5, which means that this is an addition. And now this is 1, 4, 6, and 1, 4, 6 do not add up to 6, so this has to be a multiplication of 1, 6. So we get all of these cells. That cells a 4 by Sudoku, that's a 5, 4, 6. And now we have a 5 cage here. This is either a 1, 5, which will have to go like this as a multiplication, or it's an addition without a 4, which will be 2, 3. But it cannot be because of this 2, 3 right here. So this is a multiplication. And that should resolve the puzzle. 3 and 6.
Nice.
Oh, we have a Tirganus puzzle now.
We do. Blueberry Cup Crunch by Tirganus. Normal 6x6 Sudoku will apply prime composite dots. Digits separated by either shape must sum to 7 or less. Digits separated by a circle sum to a prime number, and digits separated to a square sum to a non-prime number. Okay.
Fun.
Non-prime. Yeah. Right. And if you're saying 7 or less, okay. So, and so a non-prime number in this case is either 4 or 6, and 4 would be 1, 3, and 4 would be 1, 3, and 6 couldn't be 2, 4, or 1, 5. So that is a 1, 3 pair. That's a 5. That's a 1. This is a 6. These are all 2, 4, and 5. These sum to a prime, so that's not a. Oh, it could still be 5, 2. Okay, and in fact, I think one of these probably has to be a 5, 2 vertical pair. Feels like it because your prime number's low enough. Oh no, you could still have a 3 as well. So, dot over here is interesting with some restrictions on it. So a prime number can't be 3. Could be a 1, 4 pair. And if it's summing to 7, would be a 3, 4 pair. So there is a 4 in it. So it's not quite as resolved as I was hoping for. We've got two composite numbers here, which must be 4 and 6. So those have hang on. Somewhere I'm.
No, you are correct. Like they are summing to either 4 or 6.
Yeah, so that means that this is wrong.
No.
This pencil mark must be wrong then, because if one of these sums to 4 and the other one sums to 6,
they can both sum to 6.
They could both sum to 6. They can't both sum to 4, but they can both sum to 6, and they're going to have to by this pencil mark, because otherwise they're 1, 2, 3, 4. So if they both sum to 6, so you've got 1, 5, and 2, 4. So this is a 3 and this is a 4. This can't be. Hang on. 1, 5, and 2, 4, and this can't be 1 or 5. So that's 4, 2. This is 1, 5. This is a 6 in the row. This could be 2, 4, and yes, that's all it can. That's 2, 4. That's a 3. That's 1. That's 3. This is that eliminates 5 for 2 reasons. This has to be 2, 5, 4, 5 is like too big and not prime. So that's 4, and those aren't. 4 now does not work there. This is 3, 4. This is 1, 6. These are. That's a 6. That's a 1, 5 pair, which isn't resolved. This is 2, 3, which thankfully helps for the dot. So it comes down to this composite number, which is still 4 or 6. So we've got a 2 with a. So you can't hang on, and this is going to have to be a 1 because 5 and 6 are too big. That 3, that 2, that 5, that 2, that 4, that 3, that 1, that 6, 5, 1, 1, 5.
There's a 0.
There's always a 0. 1, 3, 6, 4. Bingo. Oh, that was. I thought that was gonna. It did blow my mind at several places in that.
Yeah, it's a cool puzzle. Take on standard.
That's a nice rule.
All right. Ooh, what is this?
You
This
get
is a long
chameleon.
rule set. This is a long rule set. Grammar Nazi. Okay, normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. That's good. So we can do this. Croppy count cages. Okay, what the heck is a croppy count cage? A digit next to a white dot in the top left of a cage indicates exactly how many white croppy dots can be placed in the cage, and the digit next to a black dot in the top left of a cage indicates how many black dots can be placed in a cage. So 1 to 2 counts as both, and digits are allowed to repeat in cages as normally allowed by other rules. Okay, so these are basically like... Okay,
So
this is kind of hard to explain, but like this cage right here, for example, is effectively a negative constraint cage.
Yeah.
So that's how we need to think about it. All right. So now this cage...
And the other cages are going to become negative constraint cages once you've found the one.
Yeah, this is... Okay, what is the best approach for this? Like, we know that there's a 2 and 5 in this case. The problem is, like... Oh, wait. I don't think I can have a 4 in this cage. Because I know that the 4 always interacts with both 2 and 5. And wherever I put the 4, I will always have a 2 or 5. So there's always a 4 down here. So this is now 1, 3, 6. Aha. Oh, wait. Okay. So there are 2 possibilities here. Either this is a 3, 6 pair with the black dot right here. Or this is a 1, 3 or 1, 6, and neither of which will be fitting for this prompt. But then we would have a 1, 2 here that fulfills both of these options. Okay, so that's funky. And also, okay, I have a 2 and a 5 in this cage. And I don't think I can have both 1 and 3 either. Because if I have 1, 2, 3, 5, the 2 will always touch a 1 or 3. And that is not allowed. So actually, one of the outside is a 1 or 3, and I need to have a 6 in this cage as well. So there is a 6 in this cage right here. And this is basically 1, 3, 4. And now I know that the 5 and 6 have to avoid each other. So the 6 is there and the 5 is there. And I have a 2. And now the 6 cannot go with the 3. And 6 already avoids 5, so the 3 also cannot be in the cage. So the outside these are now 3 and 4. So now this is 1, 6, and now we have to do the 1, 1, 2 trick to have our dots placed here. Okay, that's quite neat. So this is 3, 4, this is 2 and 5, this is 1, 6, and this is 2, 5. And now these cells are 3, 4, and 6, and these are 1, 3, 4, 5. Those are quite a lot of digits. Oh, but okay, I either have to place the one in the middle, or there's always a white dot here. But that seems plausible. So, oh, but okay, there is one important thing. There is never a black dot in this sequence. Like, none of these cells are, because we are looking at 2 and a 6, there is no black crop key here. So we either have to put a black crop key there or there. So this cell is always part of a black crop key dot, and it's not 2. And therefore it cannot be a 5. So this is 1, 3, 4, 6. And it can't be a 1 because neither of these cells are 2. So this is not 1. And the 4, yeah, the 4 also cannot be a black dot. So this is always a 3 or 6. So there's always a 3, 6 black dot here, which means that cell's a 6. So that's a 1, that's a 6, that's a 2, that's a 5, because of the negative constraints we have. One of these cells is a 3. And now I need a white dot. Now the white dot is not there, although it can be there. Or like the 1 can be not fiddling here. Okay, so one of these cells is a 2. We can do some normal Sudoku here. And now we know that this cage has a 2. And we know that one of these 1 and 3 has to go into one of these cells. Okay, this is kind of weird, because wherever the 2 goes, it puts high pressure onto both 1 and 3. Ah, okay, so the 2 cannot go there, for example. Because if the 2 is there, just by Sudoku, the 1 and 3 are both down here. So the 2 cannot go there or there. So the 2 is up there. So that says a 5, that says a 2. And these are all even digits. That says not 2. And that says not 6. So that's a 4. This is a 2, 6 pair. These are 1, 3, 5. So now I have to be cautious of the vertical segments. And now these are all odd. Now, I have moved 4 from here. But this can still be 6, 5 as the white dot here. I know that there's 6 in one of these cells. That doesn't really mean too much. Ah, this cell cannot be a 3. If this cell's a 3, that cell would be a 6 and that would be a 4 and there would be a black white dot there. So that doesn't work. If this is a 1, that's 6. And if this is a 5, that's a 2. And both options seem to work. Okay, yeah, we have to figure out how this cage goes. We know that there's a 5 in one of these cells. And we know that there's a 3 in one of these 2 cells. The question is, do I have the white dot here or just here? That is the key. In either case, I don't think this cell can be a 4. Because if this cell's a 4, that's a 3, and I am touching a 5. Oh, but no, I can do 1, 4, 5 there. That's doable. Okay. What else? So the 2. Wait, the 2 cannot touch a 1 or 3. So the 2 always goes down with a 5. So this is not 5. There is no such restriction at 6, though. The 6 can touch a 3 or 1. So now one of these cells is 5. Okay. Oh. I see something, but it's kind of ugly. So it's probably there's something cleaner to do, I assume. Yeah, I know that one of these cells is 6 and one of these cells is 6. Yeah, okay, so this cell cannot be a 5. because there's essentially an x on 6s, and if this has a 5, both of these can't be 6s. So that's 1, 3, 5. So that's a 6 and 2. And now this is not 6, so that's a 6. This is not 3, so this is the 1 to 2 ratio that we are looking for. This is 2 and 4. That's 3, 5. That's 1, 3. This is not 4. Okay, so I have the black dot. Now I need to find the white dot. This is not 5. So in order to have a white dot, this is either a 5 or this has to be a 4. Oh, but if this is 4, but you can do... Wait, if this is 4, this is 5, and I have more than one white dot, so this is not 4. So that's 4, that's 3, that's 4. And now these are all also the white dot has to be there. And there we go.
Very nice.
That was a cool puzzle. Do you think you can solve one in 5 minutes?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With counting circles, probably not. Have we got 5 minutes or have we got 20 minutes?
I mean, we have got 20 minutes, and we want to do the last 15 minutes to explain the schedule, basically.
Do you think? Okay, do you think that'll take 15 minutes?
Probably not.
Let's do this, and you can shout at me, and chat can shout at me.
Is our not 45 or
honest, not 35. It's 35 minutes till the start of the next block, but there's a 15-minute tech window before that.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're on until 1:30 UK time. I know that's right. I told my wife get the pancakes ready for 1:30.
Okay, so maybe we should try to solve this together.
Let's do that. I mean, so we got counting circles, as we had a few grids ago, and spring rolls. Within the first 4 cells from the direction of the clue, find the highest and the lowest digit. Therefore says he would not recommend starting this particular puzzle unless we enjoy misery.
We can do it, I think.
Okay. Spring rolls within the direction of the clue, find the highest and the lowest digit. The clue outside the grid indicates the sum of the digits that are placed in between those 2 cells. So I think what that means is, if this is a 6, and this is a 1, and this is a... no, that's probably I suspect that's going to be a bad example.
No, okay, I think I see the break-in already. Like, the idea is, let's say these are 1, 4, 3, 5. So we find the highest and lowest digits, which is 1 and 5. So we ignore these. Wait. They are placed in between those.
I understood the rule
wrong. Okay.
Yeah, so that would make it a 7. But if you make that 5 and that 3, that would make this clue a 4.
Yes. Okay. So that's. Okay. So we know that it's never 0, right? Because they can never be. Okay. First thing we need to do. Is we need to do this.
Yes. Yeah. You can't. A clue theoretically could be a 0. Apart from in this, you can't have a 0 in a circle.
Yes.
Because that would break how many zeros you had in circles. And there are 7 circles. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 circles. So we're looking at 1, 2, 4, or 1, 6, 2, 5, or 3.
Okay. There are 2 scenarios where which can this go, and I think so. Here we have 7 circles outside, right?
Yeah.
And we have a 3, 4 here. Now, if the two
I missed 2 circles. I missed 2 circles.
Yeah, we have 9 circles in total.
There are 9 circles. Yes. Yeah. I missed those 2 on the right and bottom.
Yeah, I don't care about the ones on the inside, but what I do care about is there are 2 scenarios. So let's think about these 2 cells, right? If these cells are one higher and one lower, than these 3, 4, the sum is 7.
Yeah.
And we will know that all 7 of these circles are 7. And that's actually possible, and I think that's going to happen. Because that's what that also mean that like this will be 3, 4, this will be 1, 6, this will be 2, 5, or like the other way around. It doesn't really matter. Like you can do 1, 6 there, 2, 5 there. Oh, wait. Like I'm thinking about, like, can this also be a 7? Because if this is also 7, then on this case, there'll be a high and low digit here. Oh! Okay, it doesn't... Like, I'm just trying to think. Like, can we do... No, I cannot do that. Oh, wait, 7 doesn't work. Yeah, because these are together, so you cannot do in between them. So this is not the sum of 7. So, okay, so the outside is not 7, I think. So the outside cells are relatively low digits, I believe. But we don't know where the crusts are. And we have like... Let's give it like 2 to 3 more minutes of thought, and then we can go back to the schedule if we cannot deduce things out. But I do believe like almost all of these crusts are going to be relatively low numbers, is my guess. And especially because of how we know that the outside clues are never 1. So I think the circles are going to be 2, 3s, and 4s, is my guess. I have no proof for it.
No, it feels right though.
Oh, but the problem is we can have a 1 on the inside. Because we have 2 circles on the inside, so we can just have a 1 on one of these. So that would be fine. Anyway, let's think about row 2, because we know the first 4 digits here. We have 1, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So basically... okay, this is actually interesting, because we know that the 1 is the lowest and 5 is the highest. And we know that 1 and 5 are not together, because otherwise the sum would be 0.
Yeah.
So the middle says a 3, 4, and this says a 3, 4 as well. And this is 1, 5. So we can do this. We also know that these are 1, 2, 5, 6. So we know that the lowest is 1, the highest is 6. And this cross cell has to be either 2 or 5 or 7. But we have just proven because of this circle it's not 7. So on these circles already, we have, like, this would just be a 4, 5, technically. Or we could have a 2 in one of these.
I think we're probably going to have to look at... Now we've narrowed down the possible numbers in circles. It's probably something to do with the interaction in row 4, which has a circle at each end.
And we have the same in column 3 as well. And we have, like, we can try to figure out what this circle is. Now, the question is, can this both be, like, low ends? Yes, like, this could be 1, 2. Can this be 5, 6? Again,
I think it can. I think the only thing that it can't be is 1, 6.
Yeah, but like what I'm trying to think of is like these cannot be 1 high, 1 low. Because if one of these, like if this is 1 high, 1 low, the crust will be 0. And we know it cannot be a 0. So this either a 1, 2 pair or it's a 5, 6 pair. And the same with this.
Yeah.
The question is how or why is that relevant?
I think we probably should have listened to Glipperall.
Yeah, I think we should do the
I
announcement.
think I think we better move on to the announcement. And yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's miserable. I think it's quite a fun puzzle. It's just not something that you can do in 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, doesn't seem like it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I will probably finish this on myself off stream though, just for
Yeah.
my perfectionist self. But okay, so we are going to actually basically remind you guys about the plans for SudokuCon, because like this is a Sunday evening, like Sunday afternoon now, and so many people might have missed the start from last night. So if this is the first time you are tuning in to the stream, we want to tell you guys about what we want to do on the actual event at SudokuCon, and we have lots of amazing people joining us. Um, all right, so the stuff that are planned so far is, first of all, we are going to have a world champion at the event, which is Thomas Snyder, and who is also a very important figure in the world of Sudoku. He has won the championship multiple times, and he's also the founder of the website Grandmaster Puzzles that has lots of puzzle genres in there, not just Sudoku, but also lots of pencil puzzles. And he will hold a brief talk about how to solve Sudoku like a world champion and teach us his lovely speed solving skills.
He's also been creating puzzles for LinkedIn, which is about the last place I would have looked to have puzzles, but he's been doing that for the last couple of months.
Yeah.
We're also going to have a Shikaku workshop with Yoshi Ampuku, who's president of Nikoli.
Yep. If you guys don't know, Nikoli is basically the Japanese magazine which actually popularized all these pencil puzzles, especially Sudoku. Like that was the catalyst that, because like this community is alive basically because of Nikoli's magazines, and they introduced the masses to the hobby basically. After that, we are going to have a puzzle setting and solving tools panel with Svarup, Ranks, Cirque Semic, Half-Baked Lunatic, and Sven Newman. And these people are important because if you guys don't know, Svarup is the developer of Pampa Plus, which is the go-to setting tool for pencil puzzles. Like that also has numbers in them for like setting hybrids. The Pampa is a great tool. Sven Newman is the developer of Sudoku Pad that so many of us use these days, and we are also using it to solve the puzzles you see on screen right now. And Ransk has always integrated his own scripts into F puzzles. Like the F puzzle was one of the first Sudoku tools out there for setting, and Ransk wrote lots of scripts to make that better. Cirque Semic is right now working on a Sudoku software called Sudoku Maker, which is essentially an upgraded version of F puzzles with lots more flexibility and functionality. And Half-Baked Lunatic himself is also a developer that has helped lots with most of these tools and used them extensively. So that panel is going to be incredible about if you want to know how the programming side of puzzling works, you are going to learn all about it on that panel.
We're also going to have a session hosted by YouTubers and puzzle streamers Lucian, Chatty Cathy, and Nell Gwyn, doing real life puzzle streaming. I'm not sure what that's actually going to involve.
Yeah, me neither. But
perhaps it sounds intriguing. I've missed the discussion on that. Maybe it's just not. But I'm look at it. Just the name of it, real life puzzle streaming, makes me want to find out about that. Certainly.
Yeah, it sounds like puzzle solving, and they are probably like going to use projectors of some kind. Maybe who knows? And then we also have creating your own Sudoku variants workshop with Glam Hippo. Glam Hippo has already developed quite a few variants himself, not just for Sudoku, but also some pencil puzzles, like stuff like Parity Party and Made You Look comes to mind. And if you want to also make your own variants, Hippo is the guy to listen to. So he will also be at the event talking about it. So that's going to be a fun workshop.
There's going to be a Snackdoku setting party with various members of the Skunkworks team with full deck, with missing a few cards, and with Scojo confirmed so far for that one. Plenty of people to be added, I suspect, on that.
Yep, like of course, all of these workshops and panels do not include you guys who are going to be attending it as like participants. These are just the leaders and organizers of the event. So these are going to be a lot larger than the people talked here. Then we are going to have fractional Sudoku and other technical developments with Philip Newman and Mitchell Lee. I have no idea what fractional Sudoku is, and I don't know what the technical developments are, but what I do know is that Philip Newman is a Sudoku nerd, and he is always on the hunt for creating the most minimalistic Sudokus possible. Like, if you guys have seen the Miracle Sudoku by Mitchell Lee or the White Room by Philip Newman, you guys know what I'm talking about. These are Sudokus that are basically aiming to create a solvable, humanly solvable grid with the least amount of clues possible. And they're going to give insights, I think, on how that works. Or maybe this is something else.
It is. I think it is going to be quite sort of theoretical heavy.
Yeah,
because there's a certain certainly a larger segment of the community that's really interested in sort of the theory behind Sudoku and how it sort of all fits together mathematically.
Yeah, you can always go and ask.
Like, way over my head.
Like, you can go ask Philip why is the 17 the least number of clues needed for a classic Sudoku.
Prof Meow says it's going to be one of the most awesome things in the whole massively awesome con.
Yep, no doubt about that.
We're going to have a just one digit solving contest hosted by our very own Clover and by world champion Thomas Snyder. I believe that is going to involve different people placing one digit at a time.
No, I think that like Clover has posted some of these on the Curriculum Cryptic Discord earlier. Like, this is basically you set a puzzle, but it's not for a complete grid, but you just like they give you a puzzle and they ask you to place one digit, and you have to identify where that digit is and which digit.
Oh, I see. Yes.
So that is the just one digit, and so basically Clover and Thomas Knight are probably going to set some for the con, and people are going to be trying to find quickly what the intended digit is and where it is. And finally, we have a one puzzle 8-1 solvers concept, which is going to be hosted by Glipperl. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm really looking forward to that. Like, 8-1 solvers, is this going to be a gigantic Sudoku, or is this just going to be all 8-1 individual cells will be accompanied by one different solver? I don't know, but maybe Glipperl is going to expand on that soon.
It's another one that's really intriguing from the title of it. And we are expecting that there will be additional activities and additional leaders added, but these are just all the ones that have been confirmed as of right now.
Yep, so there's definitely time for additional things. The actual con is still 5 months away, and there's plenty of fun to be had. So yeah, don't miss out on that. And as you guys can see on the bottom of the screen as well, like, the tickets are up for sale right now. So if you want to claim your spot, guarantee it, you can always do so by following the links. Are the links on here actually, or is there for that?
I'm gonna do the tickets link.
Yeah, exactly
is right there.
Yeah, so that is the core, like the core plans that are already in place, and there will be a few more for sure as time passes.
Prof Meow wants us to point out that aside from the official program, there will be lots of informal social time, little bits of get together in corners. There's a plan to go for a meal on the Saturday evening, I believe. And also, yes, it's a special early bird ticket price right now, so the $100 is going to go up. So buy now. Ooh. Buy early, buy often.
Yeah, you can bring your loved ones along as well to meet awesome people.
Or your enemies.
To make them suffer with the technicalities of Sudoku. Yes, that's also definitely doable. But yeah, that was it from on our end, I believe. The section is going to be continued with Pencil Puzzle Palooza with the next segment by... Who was it? I don't actually remember the exact blocks and who's doing what, but I think we have a schedule here somewhere too.
The schedule has no, I've got Club Hippo, Pachyderm, the elephant, Pachyderm the hippo, Pachyderm Pencil Puzzle Palooza, as many genres as possible. Yeah, that's right. So he's going to do he's going to do as many different genres of pencil puzzle as he can, and I believe that if you donate, you can nominate a genre for him to do next.
Yep, fun stuff. So yeah, looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too, and yeah, that's it for us. I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday. Yeah. Thanks, Don, for joining me.
It's been great to join you for the last 3 hours, minus technical difficulties, minus one computer crash when the video card thought it was all too much for it.
Yeah, we still got 17 and a half puzzles done, so
yeah,
that's quite an achievement already.
I'd given how out of practice at solving I was coming in, and quite happy that I solved my first ever cave puzzle.
Yeah, but now you know. Now you learned, and that's how everyone learns. So I wish you guys all, we wish you guys all a wonderful Sunday, and we'll see you guys hopefully at the con. But until then, see you guys, and we'll see you soon.